Deviance Part 2. Positive deviance. We have defined deviance as not keeping to the norms of behaviour expected within society or within a subsection of society. Sport can be seen as a subsection of social behaviour. It is possible, therefore, to move away from the expected norms, but within the intention to do harm or break the rules. For example, an individual who trains or plays so hard that they injure themselves is certainly not acting within the sporting norm. Therefore, they are being deviant. Such behaviour can lead to a disruption of normal life or can drive a performer to play when injured, often to praise from the media. Because their actions are for positive reasons, they are striving to win or to improve within the ethical guidelines of the activity. These actions, although deviant, can be seen as in a positive light. They would be exhibiting positive deviance. One could also argue that a player who is striving to win within the rules and etiquette of sport, and who accidentally and without intent injures another player, is also exhibiting positive deviance. Negative deviance. Negative deviance occurs when a player, spectator, or anybody else involved in the sport behaves in a way that knowingly and intentionally breaks the rules and ethics of sport. We have already identified the types of behaviour that this would include: using performance-enhancing drugs, cheating within a contest, deliberately fouling another player, diving, injuring another player, being bribed to influence the outcome of a match, official or player, fan violence or hooliganism, illegal betting on the outcome of a contest, financial irregularities in the transferring of players, and player violence. Relative deviance. Some actions that are in sport are deemed to be within the normal and acceptable behaviour category, would be considered both deviant and illegal if they took place in the wider society. For example, when rugby players use their fists either in the open or in the dark confines of a scrum, officials, commentators and players deem this to be quite acceptable, as long as the level of violence does not breach any unwritten rule or limit. On the other hand, biting and gouging are definitely off limits. The average person in the street may struggle to understand this concept of relative deviance, i.e. that a behaviour is accepted in a subculture that would not be accepted outside the confines of that subculture. Sport often prefers to deal itself with those who break its rules and etiquette, but the police are increasingly less willing to look the other way when a breach of the law occurs, even through the behaviour in question has acquired within a sporting context. Whether or not the behaviour is viewed within the sporting context is determined by whether or not it breaks the contract to complete. Pause.